My name is Moiz Rizwan, and I'm an accounting major at Georgia State.
Guys, today I will be teaching you how to make a pivot table using Excel. Pivot tables are an essential tool used by businesses and companies to help them analyze data, and it also helps them make better decisions for their company in general. So first things first, you're going to need to open up Excel and find the data sheet that you're working with. I will be working with a data sheet called Airbnb, Washington, D.C. And in this data set, it provides me with a list of all the possible houses I can rent on Airbnb in the state of Washington. It provides me with some other information like the type of neighborhood it is, or the room type, price, minimum nights I'd have to book the room for. But anyways, to get started on the pivot table, the first thing you're going to need to do is go to the top left of the screen and select this triangle that's right here. Once you hit that triangle, it should highlight all the data on the screen rather than you having to do it manually, because sometimes there can be a lot of data and that can get frustrating. So once your data is highlighted, go towards Insert and select Pivot Table. Now once you select Pivot Table, it should open up this Create Pivot Table box, and in this box there are a couple of options. You want to make sure that Select a Table or Range is selected and New Worksheet is selected. Once those are selected, just press OK, and it should open up a brand new worksheet for you with the pivot table builder on the right side. In this pivot table builder, there are a bunch of options for you to mess with. There are field names over here, and then there's these four sections right here that you can use to create the chart however you want to create it. So we're going to grab room type and move that towards columns. Next, we will grab neighborhood and move that towards rows. See, now what it does is it creates this little chart for me on the left hand side, but as you can see, this chart is missing some number values, so we're gonna move price to values. Once you do that, all these numbers should show up in front of all the possible options that you have over here. But as you can see, these numbers it's showing me the sum of all the numbers. It's not showing me the average. So to change that to an average form, you would come over here, select that, click on Value Field Settings, and this box should pop up. Once this box comes up, you want to click on Number Format just to make sure that your decimals are only set to two places. So make sure it's set to 2, press OK, come over here and change it to average rather than the sum, and press OK. Once you do that, the number should change into the averages and in decimal form with just 2 decimal spaces. Next, if you want to put a filter on this to narrow your options down to however you want them to be, you can move the field name to the filters right here. Now once I did that, it gave me an option at the top of the screen right here. Now to filter out houses that have 10 or more reviews per month, I'm going to select multiple items, make sure to take this off, and scroll all the way down to where it says 10. We want houses that have 10 or more reviews per month, so we're going to select all these numbers and hit OK. Once you do that, it should narrow your options down to these 5 places right here, and using this information you can build a graph. Select the information again using that triangle on the top left, go towards Insert, hover over to the graphs, and find the graph that would fit your data perfectly. I'm going to use a clustered column. And that is how you make a pivot table using Excel. Thank you very much.